Show. The Reflection Show. The Reflection Show.
Welcome to The Reflection Show. My name is Ramces Rouzard. You never go to the mirror scripted, but you always go unscripted. And today I am grateful to have this amazing celebrity American rapper, RD's Day, that goes by the one and only Hollywood 40.
How you doing, brother? Hey, man, your energy is amazing, bro. I needed that because it's so early, bro. I needed that energy.
You know?
I don't drink coffee, I drink energy, bro. So I needed that.
He said, I don't need coffee, I drink energy.
Thanks, bro. Facts.
You know, Hollywood 40, you know,
Yes,
we
sir.
were having a conversation behind the scenes just about your journey, and it's been kind of interesting.
For sure.
You know, talk about as far as you growing up in Columbus, Georgia. What was that like?
Man, Columbus it's not Atlanta, but it's also not dirt roads. So like it's a small town, but it's kind of slow, bro. And for a kid that got big dreams, it feel like a trap. Down there's only 3 options. It's either play the lottery, sell dope, or go play sports.
Wait, say that again. There's only 3 options.
There's
It's
lottery.
Either you play lottery.
I give you a 4th from the military as well, of course.
Yeah.
Play lottery, sell dope, or play a sport.
So why didn't you fall into any of those categories?
Actually, I was an athlete first. That was my thing. But the thing was, like, school wasn't per se for me. I knew what I wanted to do when I was 11, 12 years old.
Yeah.
I've been a church musician since I was 12. So, like,
Church musician.
Yeah.
What did you play? Drums?
I still play drums. I play Sunday. I still play every Sunday.
Wow.
Yeah, and they trick my managers out because no matter what time I get out the road, I'm still gonna play the drums in church. My grandmother was in the choir. I used to sing in the choir. I grew up in church. My daddy was a DJ. So I had music. I was born into music. I really had no choice. But for my 12th Christmas, my grandmama gave me Get Jiggy With It and the G Code by Juvenile.
Wow.
My grandmother gave me those.
Your grandmother.
My grandmother
So
gave
obviously
me
your
that.
grandmother saw a potential in you.
Exactly,
As far as
exactly.
in music, because she saw how passionate you were
Yeah, she was
pursuing
buying me
that.
instruments as a child. Like my first instrument really was a keyboard, but I couldn't separate my hands. Whatever my right hand did, my left would do. But with drums, it just came natural. I never had a drum teacher or anything. It just came natural.
So let's dive deeper into your childhood, right? Growing up in Columbus, Georgia, you know, of course, there were a lot of things that you were faced with.
For sure.
Let's talk about some of those areas of adversities.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest, I went through the same thing that most kids in the city go through. I went through playing in the streets. I went through playing in the drug game. I went through all aspects of it. I went through seeing what it was like to try to be an athlete in school. I went through seeing what it was like. And this is all, like I said, I got signed over to the military at 17. I was done with school in 9th grade. I dropped out in the 9th grade and I got my GED 2 months later.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You just said a lot.
Yeah.
You dropped out.
In the night. Okay, like I said, sports was my thing at first, but because I was smart for when I could skip school Monday through Thursday, show up on Friday and pass every test.
Yeah.
I was a student that if I'm not paying attention, the teacher can't try me with, since you weren't paying attention, do you mind telling us what this means? Because I can look at it and I got it, and I had it naturally.
Yeah.
So school was boring for me, bro. Only thing I'm gonna do is disrupt other students, because I'm bored. I had nothing to do. So I got in some trouble. I couldn't play sports anymore. When I couldn't play sports anymore, it was no reason for me to go to school. Because like I said, for one, like I said, school is very much needed, but some of the things they teach you in school is not nurtured to your needs and wants as a person.
It's interesting because previously on the last show, Dr. Joe Johnson talked about, you know, how society tells us that we are identified depending on the structure of what you should do.
Exactly.
Go to school, get a good job.
And that's a structure that's pre-designed by someone before you were even born.
Right.
So they don't know what it is that you're born for, per se.
Yeah.
And like I said, that's why like, a lot of times I understand like people prefer trade schools over like normal school because they're learning the specific thing they want to do in life.
Right.
And which for me, like I said, I was a smart kid. Like I would skip school, but still watch documentaries and read. To this day, I prefer documentaries over anything else.
Wow.
That's why the covers and the artwork, like, I love history, so I was big on history. The only subject I hated was math, but I know how to count. Like, I hated math, but science, history, language arts.
You found no purpose for that.
Yeah, exactly, but everything else I did because, and like I said, I knew I wanted to be a songwriter, a musician. So I know I need to know history. I need to know what happened before I got here.
Yeah.
I need to know how to use words.
Yeah.
And I need to know a little bit of science because, like I said, I create songs based off feelings. So I never know what I'm gonna create a song about, and I go to all avenues of the spectrum.
Now, RD's Day becomes Hollywood 40. How did that name even come about?
Okay, RD's Day initially became Lil 40. I'm from Baker Village Projects in Columbus, Georgia. The address is 1440 Benning Drive. So our project is called 1440, and we call 40 boys, and we go by the 40. So we throw up foes. So when I got signed up to the military, like you said, the military, most drill sergeants had to go through Fort Benning. So I got the nickname 40 because they used to always make jokes about what they used to do when they used to come to Columbus and Baker Village. So they started calling me Little Baker Village and Lil 40 based off the fact that they knew what Baker Village was.
Yeah.
And it stuck with me. I used to do a lot of, like in the Army, I actually was a rapper. Like I did more.
Wow.
I did more shows in Iraq than I probably did missions.
It's crazy that one platform not just saved you, but positioned you.
That's the thing people don't get either, bro.
The second opportunity came where your gift, music,
It all tied in each
it
other.
all intertwined.
That's why I know it's not me, it was God. Like, it wasn't me, bro. God laid out everything I went through that I felt like I don't want to go through this, or just the worst thing in my life set me up for another stage.
Yeah.
It's like a video game. You got to get through this stage to make it to this stage. And everything I ever went through, it was training. That was my college.
Yeah.
Like, my college was life because I was going to be a musician. I needed to talk about life. So my college was life.
Wow.
You got to think about it, like I said, because I dropped out in the 9th grade, I got my GED 3 months later. And once I turned, I had got in some trouble. Once I turned 17, I asked my parents to sign me over.
Yeah.
So all of this is during what's supposed to be my 9th grade year. So I'm supposed to be in the 10th grade, but I'm in the military.
Wow.
So instead of me getting ready for a graduation test, I didn't go to prom, I didn't have none of that. That for me was boot camp and going to Iraq. So it was like, I had no choice but to grow up fast.
So it's funny because it sounds like your life has always been like you're at a 4-way stop sign, but it's a dead end. And you always have to make a choice whether you go left or whether you go right.
Bro, and the only thing you could do is trust God and follow the way He tell you to go. And that's why I know I'll give Him so much credit for it, because it was a lot of ways I made the wrong choice.
Right.
But He just kept forcing me to have to make the right.
I mean, don't we all make wrong choices, though?
Of course. That's the learning process.
Look, Hollywood, if you could find me one perfect human being, I'll give you $1 million.
If you find a perfect human being, he's probably hanging on the cross and you shouldn't be able to see him.
Come on.
Like, to be honest with you. So, like, you're right, bro. Like, that's why I don't shy away from nothing in my past, because everything created what happened. And that's why a lot of the people that grew up around me, they so proud of me because they saw the path I went to.
Yeah.
And most of these people, like I said, they weren't allowed to sit next to me in class.
Yeah.
So now they see the stuff I'm doing, and bro, I get hit up right even to this day from people that I knew in 2nd grade I forgot was even on earth, telling me that they knew certain things were different about me and that they proud of me, because people saw the journey I was on and they saw where it went. Bro, it's God. It wasn't
So
me.
what do you feel like was a pivotal moment in your life that made you switch? Because I know being in the military, there are certain things that you learn about yourself that you have to identify with.
Facts.
But of course, you have to also like walk a different path.
You do.
And understand who you are. Like, what do you feel like was a pivotal moment in your life?
I'm gonna be honest, bro. What the pivotal moment should have been Iraq. It's supposed to have been Iraq. But this also how God works. Like, when He got a purpose for you, like, it's nothing you can even do to really sway it.
Say it again. When He has a purpose for you.
When He has a purpose for you, you can't even mess it up.
Wow.
Like, it's impossible for you to mess it up. And I tell people this, they don't believe me, but when I was in Iraq, like I said, I was so young, bro. I went through life and death things over there. It was somebody that lost their life that didn't supposed to even been where they were. They were only there because I got in trouble and got took off of missions.
Wow.
So, I'm not gonna go too much into it, but a sergeant lost his life, and instead of me taking that as, well, you know that was your seat. You should appreciate certain things. I took it. I still had a sense of invincibility. And for one, I went to the Army when I was 17. I went to Iraq when I was 18. So like I said, like that time frame, that's when you learning who you are. But I'm still fresh from the street. So my mentality, like I said people all the time, I was a guy in the Army, not an Army guy.
Right.
Like, so I didn't know nothing about war. So that didn't really wake me up, but that should have woke me up. But it didn't. And got back to America and got back into the streets, and I made a mistake that cost my brother his life. So instead of me learning from that situation, he had to put that blood on my hands because I didn't see it when he put it in my eyes.
It sounds like you're still grieving
from
within, as far as...
To be honest with that, bro, I never really was able to grieve. Yeah, think about it, bro. Like, okay, my brother dies in my arms, and this is not my blood brother, of course, but this is my brother. Right. Like, our families intertwined, we know each other forever. Right. So, my brother died in my arms, and of course, how the streets work, they don't believe in accidents. In the streets, there's only 1 or 2 or 3 reasons. And they made up all kind of different scenarios, but you gotta also understand, I don't have time to grieve, because now I have to go face these charges. Right. So, it wasn't a situation where, like, it wasn't a situation where I had time for that. For one, how it played out, that's the only reason I'm even able to talk to you now, because I stood up in a time where most people I'm gonna be honest, bro. When I was in jail, a cat that was in my cell told me, "I don't know why you did that, because that was my blood brother. I would have ran." And that, man, that's what got me. That stint sitting in jail waiting to get a bond, that's when God got me. And it was like, okay, now I get it. Like, and at the time I didn't, but I got the fact that I had to do something different with my life. When I thought I was doing something different in my life, I wasn't. I wasn't wholehearted with it. I was still one in and one out.
Yeah.
And that, when I was in, I told God, I wouldn't do nothing wrong to get where I want to be if you give me another chance.
And now that you're a celebrity American rapper, and your music, what is your music talking about?
That changed my music. Before that, my music was just like everybody else. And it's crazy because the tongue is powerful. I had songs explaining that same situation that I made 5 years before it happened.
Wow.
Same caliber of weapon, all that. And it was like, I literally changed everything about my music because that was when the time Boosie and T.I. was going to trial.
Yeah.
That was when it became using lyrics in trial, in court.
Wow.
So it made me realize, like, during that time, like I said, I wanted to be just like every other rapper from the hood. I wanted to talk about the same thing they want to talk about. I was the exact same thing.
Yeah.
But then it made me realize, okay, bro, like, it's something deeper with this music. For one, you're a musician. There's no reason you're not using live instruments, for one.
Yeah.
And that's when I got into using live bands. So I started putting live bands together. I have a choir. I started really diversifying my mindset as far as like, this music ain't gonna help me because now I'm going through it.
Right.
And I don't want them people to see me as that and then go listen to me and think, oh, that is him, which we see it now.
Right.
And
I mean,
crazy, like,
music, let's be honest, music, I don't even listen to hip hop.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because
I get it,
once again, it's like, this guy got mad at me, right? So it was years ago. This guy was talking about he's a rapper. I said, oh, really? I said, okay, let me ask you a question. Could your daughter marry the lyrics to what you're writing?
Bingo, bro.
And he cussed me out. And I said, well, if you're upset that I asked you that question, then why are you writing lyrics that are creative?
Because obviously you don't even agree with it.
Right.
Exactly,
because
exactly.
what you write mentors the mind of the next generation.
Exactly.
And you have to be very intentional about what you write.
Exactly.
Because
and I'm be honest, I think most of the time, most artists nowadays, they only create what they think is gonna get them something. And not realizing you being yourself is what's gonna get you that. And don't be a one-trick pony. Like I said, it's a time and a place for everything.
Right.
But if I play your mixtape or your album and everything is the same thing, I just can't get into it. Like it's gonna automatically make me think, okay, I know what to expect when I hear you. Like there's nothing that's gonna keep me on the edge of my seat or make me feel like, okay, I go through that in my life. Cause everybody not going through selling dope. Everybody not going through spinning blogs.
Right.
Like, so how are you relating to people in a whole? You're only relating to a certain group of people.
Right.
And the only thing you're doing is tricking them. And most of the time they talking about stuff they don't even do. So now you're not even just tricking them, you lying to them.
Yeah.
So like it's a different thing. I don't think artists understand the responsibility. Like Nina Simone said, an artist's job really is to be a time capsule of the period of life you're living in. Like, and I believe that, bro. Like,
what is one thing that you're proud of yourself about?
the most thing I would say is the fact that I was able to really trust God, because that's the one thing that did everything for me.
Yeah.
I found my purpose. That's the proudest thing I am for me, because a lot of people, they go through their whole life and they never get to find that. Like, that's a gift in itself, bro. Like, to actually know, okay, I'm here for this. Some people, it take them 50 years to find it. And God gave it to me so early that, like, that's the biggest thing I'm proud of, because that's the hardest thing for a lot of people to do, to get out of their own way. So like that, and of course overcoming everything that come at me, because I know I don't have to fight the battle. I don't fight my own battle. Once I give it to him, I get out the way.
Now that you are this new artist, celebrity American rap artist, and you've embraced the culture that you've found within your identity, how do you perceive your fans are going to receive you now?
I mean, I feel like because they got to see my process, they grow with me. So like you said, like them seeing your real life, they feel a part of the story. Yeah. So like I don't shy away from separating it. Like I said, I used to separate it, but now I embrace it, because people want to feel like they helped you get where you're going, which all the people in my city, they have. Yeah. Because I'm gonna be honest, like I said, most artists don't get love in their hometown. I get that in mind. Especially like you've been to Columbus. A city like Columbus is rare, bro. It is rare. So like I said, like God, sometimes he make things bigger than what you even perceive them, because I was able to actually feel that before I went on to the next level. So like, it gave me the power to be able to carry on to where, like I said, I embrace the fact that people grow with me. I need to let them know the good, the bad, and the ugly. So like, they feel like they're a part of your journey, so they push you even more, because they feel like they're pushing themselves.
Well, you're definitely blessed, because I mean, Reuben Wood, really
yeah.
pushed your name.
Man, that man
and
changed
said,
my life, bro.
He said, man, Hollywood 40, Ram, I got somebody for you.
For sure. Yeah.
And sometimes, and this is why I like relationship. Earlier I said relationship is currency, right?
Exactly.
Because it's not what you see at the top of the river, it's what's happening at the bottom. There's
fact,
people
bro.
God puts in place to help pivot your life when you feel like you're stuck.
Exactly.
Right? So when I met Reuben, it was a unique situation. And for him to give your name is a unique situation. So that lets me know that you have a unique story.
Yeah, for sure,
You know what I
bro, for
mean?
sure,
What do
for
you
sure.
feel like in your life has been the toughest challenge as an artist in the music business?
Actually, they go hand in hand. My biggest issue is not having the right people around me. It's about, like you said, it's about relationships. But I said, I come from a market where the things I do and the expressions I have, not many people have them.
Yeah.
So I move in a way that I study the greats. Like I was just telling you, like that's why the artwork caught me, because I love legends.
Yeah.
I know what happened before me. So I moved in the light of my legends. I don't move in the light of what goes around me.
You sure you don't move in the light with a manager who looked like Sean Paul?
I did that, and once I started moving in that light,
Bro.
the light got so bright.
Yeah.
Like, bro, to be honest, and that was the thing, like, even how I met him, like, it was God, because
Yeah.
it was on a whim.
Yeah.
And most of the time, bro, especially in the music industry, you don't know who's really real, who's authentic,
Yeah.
who's just trying to get you out of whatever.
Yeah.
But like everything from the beginning has been everything he said it was gonna be.
Yeah.
It wasn't, and it's the thing, like God, He'll put them people around you. That's why you can't close yourself off from other people. It's not gonna be a person you grew up with your whole life.
Wait, say that again. That's why you cannot close yourself off
To
from
new
other people.
people, yeah.
Because I'm a big believer, right? As far as when it comes to, like, things don't just happen by chance.
They don't, bro.
Right? Things happen on purpose and for a purpose.
Exactly.
Because there's a greater purpose.
Exactly,
That's
exactly.
what I truly believe. You know what I mean?
I wholeheartedly
And
believe that.
think about it. Your team came at a perfect time where mentally you were mature enough to receive their leadership
Yes,
that was getting
bro.
ready to guide you to the next level,
Yes,
right?
bro. Yes, completely. And the thing is, all the times I thought I was ready, I wasn't. Like,
Wait, say that again, because there's some people
Bro,
watching right
they
now
don't,
that's
bro.
saying that, oh, I'm ready for this success. I'm ready to
no.
get this dream. I'm ready to go at it. But Hollywood, you just said something.
I'm being honest, bro. Like all the times I thought I was ready,
Yeah.
I really wasn't.
So when did you know you were ready?
When God took me through the storm, when I made it through the storms, you're
So the
not
storm-
gonna know until you get that storm, bro. You're not gonna know.
So the pain
Yes,
caused you to grow.
yes.
And here's the funny thing. I always share this. I said, let me ask you this question. How many times does a seed have to die in order for it to produce a harvest?
That is crazy.
Answer that question.
How many times does a
Seed has to die in order for it to produce a harvest.
You got me on that one, bro.
It dies twice.
Really? I did not know that. Before it
It
could
doesn't.
pollinate.
It doesn't see a
crazy.
sun. It doesn't see a
That is
sun.
crazy.
It receives water, but it still managed to find its breakthrough.
Facts. That is crazy.
So people
bro.
don't realize that when you are going through something difficult,
It's a reason.
there's a greater blessing on the other end.
Exactly. And like, bro, the only way to make a knife, fire,
Come on.
corrosion, diamonds, pressure. It's like, but so many people shy away from it. They don't want to go ahead. That's why, like I said, I'm a Kobe fanatic. That's why when I saw that, I lost my instinct, because
Yeah.
I had to truly live by that mama mentality, bro. Because everything that you go through is going to shape you into whatever you have to go through next. It's stages, like we discussed earlier.
Yeah.
Every stage leads to the next stage. But so many people, they go through things and they climb up and they shell up.
Yeah.
For one, you got to get rid of your panic button. You have to get rid of your panic button.
Why?
Because, for one, if you're going through a situation, the time you spend panicking is time you took away from the result.
Yeah.
The longer you spend panicking, the longer you're gonna suffer. If you cut that panic off, focus on the solution instead of the issue,
Yeah.
you'll get where you want to go.
So you're basically saying fear should not be your enemy.
It should never be, bro. That gap between where you at and where you want to be is called faith. Like, it's a gap there. You don't see the word, but it's a word called faith between you and where you're trying to be. And
Yeah.
so many people do not want to make that jump. Like, you gotta have this type of faith, bro. Like, I believe that if I go to the edge of the Grand Canyon, if God say, fall over it,
Yeah.
it's a step that He's gonna put there, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna get caught.
And mind me, let me tell you, this is an unscripted show. So there's
Yeah, for sure, for
there's
sure.
no script here that's telling Hollywood 40 what to say. This is
for
exactly,
sure, for sure.
it's an authentic conversation that's
Exactly.
happening. And this is what I love, you know?
That's what I love about this too, bro. That's why I love the energy here, bro. Like, 'cause like I said, I don't get to have these type of conversations often.
Yeah.
So I love it, bro. Like, this is what it's about, though.
So I seen on your social media platform, you worked with CeeLo. What was that like?
Bro, that whole process, bro, because I never imagined it. I never thought about doing it. How that came about, like I said, I was a Grand Hustle baby. T.I. raised me. PSC raised me.
Yeah.
And like I told them, like, y'all were our Dipset down south. And I was working on an album at the time. I still never released the album on mixtape. I was working on my debut album. And for some reason, I wanted somebody from Grand Hustle, well, actually PSC itself, to be on the album.
Yeah.
So I reached out to Mac Boney, and I didn't know what I wanted yet. Listen to what I'm saying. I did not know what I wanted yet. I did not know what I was gonna say when I called and want to talk to him.
You were just ready.
I just knew, reach out to Mac Boney. God told me to do it, I did it. And I used to love this song called Walk This Way. It was originally on 25 to Life, the one and only PSC album.
Right.
And I have a production team. And I hit Mac on Instagram, he actually called me. He asked me for my number, he actually called me, which is rare that your legends actually hit you up on Instagram.
Especially a musical genius.
Yes, like off of Instagram. So I hit Mac up, he hit me back. He was like, what you want to work on? And that song was originally his, him, CeeLo, and T.I.'s. And I just blurted out, I want to remake Walk This Way. I didn't know that's what I wanted to do. I didn't know what I had planned to tell him.
Yeah.
That just came out.
Wow.
And when I said it, he was in shock. He was like, I don't know what make you want to do that. He was like, who you gonna get to replace CeeLo? And I was like, I don't know, I'll find somebody. And when I got to working on it, it's nobody could get to replace CeeLo.
Wow.
So I was able to get the original sessions and get their permission to use the originals.
And work with CeeLo.
Yeah, I done met all of them.
Come on.
And they all love the record.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, that in itself, if the record had did nothing else, the fact that people I grew up looking up to, these people I didn't even know were real. I thought they were just in the box and on the radio. The fact that I've literally met them and they told me like, that's dope. Like,
I mean,
it's
goals,
different.
Goals are achieved when you open your mouth. It's just that simple.
That simple,
You know,
bro.
some people are stuck where they are because they're afraid to go against their fear.
Exactly. And
of
they
the
scared
unknown.
to get a no.
Yeah.
The no's add to the yes.
It's simple.
It's simple, bro. They're scared of that no.
All you have to do is, you know, like to say, a closed mouth don't get what?
Don't get fed, bro.
A closed mouth don't get fed.
They don't get fed.
You just need to open your mouth and believe what you say, because the person on the other end is going to sense that and say, okay, this person believes in what they're saying.
And if you don't believe in it, they have no reason to believe in it.
Come on.
And like I said, you just got to trust God. Cause I did not know why I wanted to talk to this man.
Wow.
I just knew I wanted somebody from PSC on the album. It didn't even have to be him.
Yeah.
But it just, when he actually called me, it just came out.
So I want to know what's next for Hollywood 40. What's coming up next?
Our next goal is we're going to start going on the road. The next goal is touring.
Okay.
That's the next goal. So I got to travel, meet new fans, get more people aware of what's going on. That's the next goal. Eventually, I'm gonna bring the live band back out. The live band and my live concerts is crazy, bro.
Well, I mean, if it's your niche, why run away from it, right? Or why put it on pause? Because I've learned sometimes the opinion of others can destroy something that's gonna make your fans become more authentic to the growth, right? Because we want fans to become family, not just followers.
Man, my
right?
God, bro, like, you be too on it, bro. That is the biggest thing, because family stays together. No
it
matter
stays
what.
together.
Exactly.
And I'd rather you have 1,000 authentic fans that buy your merch and you make 100,000 every road, and then just to have 100 fans who are inconsistent and they're not buying into the vision.
Engaged. That's a fact.
I mean, because I can tell Hollywood that your desire is to really help other young people grow in every community.
And that is exactly it, bro. Because none of this stuff about us, everything is bigger than us, bro.
Yeah.
If we ever get these platforms, it's to help the next one.
Yeah.
And like Paul said, bro, like even if you don't change the world, if you spark the mind that does, you still affected it.
Yep.
So that's a big thing, bro. Like everything I do is start off me wanting to motivate my city.
Yeah.
Then, like you said, it grows to want to motivate even anybody in the community. It ain't even just our people. Like I connect with, bro, like I was in the military, bro. I connect with Asians, Muslims, whites, everybody, bro. Because at the end of the day, there's one common denominator, and that's flesh and blood. Everybody has that.
Yep.
And a lot of times we judge people the wrong way, not understanding that, bro, maybe your conversation will change their mindset.
Yeah. Well, my hope for you, Hollywood 40, is that this next season that your mind is blown. And
it already is so far, bro. So I think you own it, right?
Yeah, that your mind is blown, and after people hear you with this story, they see you in a different light.
For sure.
As we close the show, I always ask every guest to share a moment of reflection, of inspiration to a young Hollywood who's watching. So I want you to look in that mirror, and I want you to say one word of motivation that would help motivate the next Hollywood that's in the community
I gotta limit it to one word.
or around the world? Just one advice.
One word of advice would be persistence. Stay persistent. And make sure you let yourself know that your time is coming. Don't get caught up in what you're going through right now. It's a stage. It is a stage. We got to get to that final boss. So don't get caught up in stage 1, 2, or 3, because it's still another 97 stages to go through. And who knows, it might be more than 100 stages. The sky is not a limit.
You heard it from Hollywood 40,
sir.
right here on The Reflection Show. Stay persistent.
Yes,
okay?
sir.
There is no limit. You can go after the very thing that you're believing for.
Right.
Remember, the hood is only a mentality.
That's
As long as you
it,
can
bro.
escape and get out, you can go after anything that's been given unto you. This is Ramces Rouzard on The Reflection Show. And remember, your experience matters. Thank you so much for watching.
Mirror, what you get is what you see on The Reflection Show.